What's going on, everyone? And
Hello, Nihon.
Nihon.
this is the podcast where I, myself, Clayton,
And Ehab.
And Christian.
talk about Japan. So, we've been absent for 2 weeks because we have lives, people. And we went on vacation.
Yes.
Yes. Christian, Ehab, where did you go?
I went to Osaka and I went to Hokkaido.
Nice.
What about you guys?
I went to some place called North America. North America. Whoops. No, yeah, I went back to the U.S. to see my family.
Nice.
How about you, Clayton? Where did you go?
I went to Okinawa, Japan's Hawaii.
Wow.
Oh, must have been really
That's
hot there.
insane.
It was disgustingly hot.
Wow, that must have been crazy for you because you're out like in the middle of nowhere in Hokkaido, like the coldest part of Japan, and then you like were there for 3 years, and then out of nowhere you just go to, I guess, the Hawaii of Japan. It must have been kind of like a shock for you, right?
It was, yeah. It turns out I'm a little agoraphobic, and I'm not good around people anymore. It makes me very nervous. Yeah, living in this small town with no one, and that murder virus gives you anxiety. It's not great.
You know what's crazy is I know that you probably don't have like a lot of American people to hang out with out there, so I'm sure most of the English that you use every day is just like, I guess, baby level English, so your students can all understand it.
Yeah.
And then you just go 3 years of speaking English like that, and then go to a place where there's like Americans everywhere.
You'd be surprised how much I don't talk.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't speak. I speak at the school, but then when I'm home for the rest of the day, who am I talking to? Myself? I can think in my head brain.
You can talk to us.
Exactly, yes.
But how was it like talking with people?
It was good.
Like, do words come out fine?
Words came out good-ish. Me talk good. But it was nice to be able to say stuff without having to think how to say it. I feel like you guys understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But, yeah, language barrier is difficult. And I'm too lazy to learn Japanese, so what I'm gonna deal with.
Just don't forget English.
Man,
English.
I don't even know if it's a lazy thing. Just Japanese is so hard to learn. But cool. I mean, okay, so you went out to Okinawa. Like, how was it? Was that your first time going out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm up in Hokkaido, and I had to take this baby airplane from my little airport to the big old airport in Chitose in Sapporo. And then from there, it was like a 3.5 hour flight to Naha in Okinawa.
Okay.
And that was fine. That was just, it only took 2 podcasts to land.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Make use of your time.
Exactly. But yeah, so I get there, I meet with my friends. It's been a year since I've seen them, and that was great. And we take the bus. We took the bus a lot when we were there. And the bus is expensive.
Oh, really? How much was it?
The cheapest one for like a stop is like $260,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
right? And then
I
it's
guess
just,
because it's more of a tourist spot.
that's what I'm thinking, right? And then they don't have any trains. It's just the monorail.
Oh, really? They don't have trains at all?
No.
I think it's the only prefecture that doesn't.
And here's what I found interesting. I was talking with one of my senseis, and he was saying that in 1972, they switched over the way the cars drive. Because before, it was occupied by America, and we drive on the correct side of the street. But then they switched it over to the wrong side of the street, and now everyone drives like that.
I wonder if like a lot of the locals have like older cars still that they drive with the handle on the opposite side.
Yeah.
I don't think so. A lot of the cars seem new. A lot of the cars were also red.
Huh.
Cherry red.
That's America's colors right
Yeah,
there.
I was
Right.
thinking
But it was nice. The beach is beautiful. The only thing that I hated the whole time was how hot it was and how humid it was.
How hot was it?
It was like 37, 38 degrees.
Oh, my.
Uh-huh. And then like 80-something humidity.
Oh, that's really high.
Yeah, that was awful. And I was wearing 2 masks because over there the virus is really bad and I didn't want to bring it over. But that did not last long.
See, I'm the kind of person how like if I'm in a cold place going to a hot place, I don't know why, but like I'm more inclined to like pack clothes that or like in the environment that I'm in. It's I don't know. It's just what I do. Bad habit.
It makes sense though, right? Because you're just used to it.
Yeah, I mean, but did you feel the same way? Like, would you have brought different clothes if you knew what you were getting into?
I brought different clothes because I knew what I was getting into. All I brought was shorts, and
You're
it was
smart.
perfect.
Okay. What do you like wear around this time of year right now in Hokkaido?
I'll wear like gym pants and then a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, and then over in Okinawa, I just wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't dressing up for nothing. We're going to the aquarium. What am I gonna dress up for? Jinbei-san?
Wear a
Did
suit.
you take like a mini fan with you or anything to cool you off when you're outside?
We went to Daiso and I bought a Pooh-san fan, so that was cute. I used it the whole time.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever seen like people in Japan. They have these like shirts that have like little mini fans on the sides.
What?
You never seen those shirts?
Yeah.
I've never seen. Oh no, I'm up in Hokkaido.
That's true. Maybe you guys have the opposite. It's like mini heaters.
A lot of like construction workers have those.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super
It's
cool.
weird because you'll drive past one in the middle of summer where it's like super hot and they're just wearing a jacket and you're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? But then if you look close, it has the fans attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Japan's living in the future.
Yeah, it is.
I love cool biz.
And also, like, even if it's really hot, you can go to any company or convenience store and you can buy these little cold pads that you can put on any part of your body and it keeps you cool for a couple hours.
Yeah, or the ones where you wipe it down and it's like alcohol and it cools you off.
Yeah, yeah.
Those
There's
ones
that too.
literally shock my body and I cannot use those.
Really?
Yeah, it makes me hotter and then I sweat more and I feel sick.
Maybe you have an allergy?
Maybe. My body is just like, oh no, this isn't right. It's like, we better
We don't
heat it
have
up
this in
more.
America.
Yeah, we don't. What's this magic?
It's super effective against Americans.
But it was good. We rented a hotel, which was kind of like an apartment. So we had 2 bedrooms and then 3 beds. So one for me, one for the other guy, and then the girls shared the one bed. And we had a kitchen, so we would eat out for lunch, but then we would eat in for dinner. And that was a nice way to save money.
Oh, so you cooked?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's good to cook for people again.
So how much was the hotel, out of curiosity, in Okinawa?
I'm going to be overly generous and say that it was like Cuman.
So about $900 a night, or over the whole all night?
For all 6 nights.
I was about to say, I was like, that was a lot.
Yeah.
So
That's not
$900
bad at
for
all.
6
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And then split between 4 people.
That's not bad, actually.
No, that was really good. And it was a nice apartment hotel.
So I'm assuming it already had like pots and pans and all that stuff, right?
It had pots and pans. It did. So, my friend, someone sent her over brownies, and we were going to make the brownies because they don't have an oven because their apartments are so small because Japan does not know how to make like decent sized apartments. Anyway, in this apartment, they had no baking tin or baking sheet or baking anything. So we bought one at Daiso, and it didn't fit. So we just did like brownie mugs. And oh my gosh, they were disgustingly sweet. I'm not used to
I've
how
seen
sweet
those.
American things are.
I've seen those brownie mugs, but I've never like had one.
Oh, it's super easy and pretty good. I mean, way less sugar, and it would be great. But yeah, it was stocked. It had frying pan. It had whatchamacallit, a pot, a strainer, rice cooker, kettle. It was awesome.
Wow, that has a lot for a hotel. Like you don't usually see all those kind of kitchenware.
I know. I was super happy. But our first night, we just got there and we hung out. And then the next night, we went around town for souvenir shopping. And then the third night, we had the car. So we went to Chuda Umi Aquarium. I don't know. It's the biggest aquarium in all of Japan.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of fish did you see there?
They had starfish. They had those weird little snake eels that poke out of the water and everyone in Japan seems to love.
I forgot what they're called.
But you know which one I'm talking about? Yeah. The little worm-looking things.
They really like them.
They had just a whole bunch. They had Dory and Nemo.
They have Dory? I didn't know Dory was famous in Japan.
Yeah, I assume. But then, like, the big thing is they have this whale shark called Jinbei, and
Oh
he's
yeah, Jinbei.
on everything. Cookies, keychains, you name it. It was great. He was, like, ridiculously huge. We'll put a video of him on the Instagram.
So
Okay.
is a whale shark a shark that's as big as a whale, or a whale that looks like a shark? Or I don't know what I want to say, but what's a whale shark?
It's basically it's a whale, like the from the mouth to the middle of the body is a whale, and then from the middle to the back is a shark.
Is that what it is?
I'm just joking.
Oh, I was like, I believe you, yeah. But I think they don't eat fish. They just eat the krill and stuff. But also,
Oh really?
I don't know.
That would
So we're
be
safe.
crazy,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
they can get so big eating that. That's
Right?
insane.
And it was fun because in the tank, there were people just like cleaning the bottom, and then they have these sharks just chilling out. It was super cool.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, no thank you. But it was beautiful. And they have this observation room where it's just a few seats and they have beautiful music playing, and I fell asleep because it was so relaxing.
You fell asleep at an aquarium.
I did, yeah. It is. I can only watch fish for so much.
I can't imagine just walking into an aquarium. I see you sleeping on the floor or on a chair.
It was on a chair. It was on a chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was so tired during this vacation. I took so many naps. It was great.
It's hot.
That's
too.
what
It's
that's what vacation's for.
Exactly. Relaxing. That's what vacations are for. So the aquarium was great, and then we went to this place called Okinawa World, which is just like the history of Okinawa, and it's showing a whole bunch of stuff. So when you enter it, you end up going down into this cave where you see all these stalagmites and stalactites. It was super dope.
okay.
And then after you come out, you're in this forest, this orchard of like tropical fruit. They have like a little shake shack, is what I'm going to call it, because they have like these
Oh.
mango shakes and these passion fruit shakes. I had both. It was amazing.
Oh, you're not talking about the fast food Shake Shack. You're talking about like milkshakes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. It was great.
So when you're going down the thing that explained about the history, did they provide English or was it only Japanese as they talked over?
There was nothing. There was no voice.
Oh, it's just writings.
Yeah, just a few writings here and there. But it was just a long cavern, and it was just lit up super pretty. We'll also put a video. We'll put the videos of what I'm talking about on Instagram, guys.
What kind of fruits are like Okinawa known for?
I think mangoes, pineapples, and papaya. Dragon fruit I also saw. But all of these were ridiculously expensive. It's like 2 mangoes were 6,000 yen.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Where did they make? They're from heaven?
So they better taste like it.
You would think that if you're on an island full of fruits that they would have them for cheap, but that's
Yeah.
They're literally growing them right next to the Shake Shack. Come on. One pineapple was 3,200.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was it at least a cube pineapple?
Not worth 3,000.
did it look like SpongeBob's house?
It was cute. It was pretty. I would mistake it for Bikini Bottom's SpongeBob's houses. After that, we went to American Village, which was super disappointing because it was just like a few stores. But they did have a giant soft serve that I had, and that was just great.
And you saw Americans there?
I have not seen as many foreigners as I did.
Oh really?
Yeah, I have not seen as many foreigners in any other place except Okinawa, but I've never been anywhere else. So many people.
I mean, compared to Hokkaido.
Yes, I see one.
Yourself?
No, not myself. The other ALT I work with.
You should have went there dressed like a stereotypical American.
I mean, I kind of was.
What
Yeah.
would that be?
Shirt.
I was thinking something like you know, like how they have those big belt things in the middle, like the Texas people.
And wear my
Filled
cowboy
with the
hat.
Cowboy boots. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe
Like an eagle on the
a
belt.
flannel.
A red flannel.
Yeehaw.
I think we're
Okinawa's
describing
pretty.
a lumberjack, no?
Oh man, my flannel, the suspenders and blue jeans.
Yeah.
I would die. You know what? You'd be surprised how much of Okinawa was the U.S. base.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Isn't that one of the first bases they started with, like Okinawa?
I think so, yeah. But just the sheer amount that's given to the base is ridiculous.
Yeah, they took over.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So when you were there, did you feel like you saw more base or more beach area?
When we got away from the base, it was more beach area.
Okay. And is it like, how do I say this? Are there like beaches everywhere that people can go down to and like, relax and swim at? Or are there like designated areas?
There's designated areas. A lot of them felt like man-made beaches or like baby's first beach. Everything was like blocked off, and then they had the little like floaty things to let you know that you are not going past this floaty thing. Right? There was no waves. It was interesting. It was very
just
I just feel
It was very calm and warm. It felt like a bathwater. I did not swim. I just put my feet in.
I mean, I just feel like because we're from California, we have such high standards for what a beach is supposed to be like.
Oh, we're absolutely spoiled.
Yeah.
Our beaches are beautiful.
Yeah. What would you say was the best thing you ate on your trip?
Ooh, okay. So the first thing we had when we landed was amu rice at a place called Royals. Royal? Do you guys have that?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, is it like the orange restaurant?
Yeah. So that was
I've never been there. It's good.
it was fine. I can't make amu rice, so that's why I ordered it. But it was good. It was decent enough. It was like $10. I had
Why make omurice when you can make scrambled eggs? It's the same thing.
no, it's not.
But I mean, yeah, it's a little hard though, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't besmirch amu raisu.
It's like saying like cup noodle is as easy as making like a carbonara or like a Napoleon or something.
Right? Hard-boiled egg is literally the same thing. It's an egg. Best thing. I think the best thing I had was this soft serve ice cream. Have you guys ever heard of... Let me pull up this fruit because I've literally never heard of it before. Acerola?
I say what?
Acerola? Acerola?
Acerola? That's the name of the place?
That's the name of the fruit.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
No.
So it's kind of like a cranberry, but like a tropical cranberry. It was tart and it was sweet and it was delicious. And I had this
I see it.
soft serve
Yeah.
of it, and it was so good because it was that their ube. I don't know what their purple potato's called, but that one was decent. And then mango, and those together were super good.
Ooh.
We had Mexican food, and we
They have Mexican food in Okinawa?
I was thinking because okay, like people at the base, maybe someone's Mexican and they're gonna cook like some authentic Mexican food. No, it was very
How's it?
Japanese
Japanese.
Mexican. Yeah.
You sure it wasn't a Jexican?
Couldn't tell you. I could tell you not to eat there though.
Was it good?
It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was a very good Japanese version of Mexican food.
What did you eat there?
I had a burrito, and it was the smallest burrito I've ever had. Think like the size of a dollar menu Taco Bell burrito.
Those are not that small though. They're actually pretty good.
Yes, but this one
But-
was $8 and not good.
Oh.
So it's always nice to know that you can cook better than the chef. That's what I took away from that restaurant.
Did you try what's that thing called? Did you try taco rice? Because I know that's what Okinawa's famous for.
No,
Okay.
no. I literally all I can think of is it's a taco seasoning sauce mixed with rice and then ground beef. That's all it's gonna
Exactly
be.
what it is.
I did have the sokisoba. I had the Okinawa ramen, and that was good.
Nice.
Yeah, very oceany.
How would you say it differs from like other ramens?
I don't think it was a miso base. I think it was like a salt base, and then they, instead of using like chicken or beef, they might have just used like shellfish. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
But it tasted more refreshing and lighter than like the ramen that I'm used to eating, which is like heavier because of all the fat that's rendered out.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Recommend.
So you said you were there for 6 days. So let's say someone wants to go to Okinawa. How long would you recommend that they go there? And like what kind of stuff do you think that they must do?
Okay. Here's the plan, guys. 6 days is too long. Their beaches are not worth it, in my opinion. They're fine. The beaches are fine. And that's super good. But we were just spoiled in California. I think 4 days is perfect. 4 days, land early, get your shopping out of the way on the first day. The second day, it's time to do stuff. Go to the aquarium. The aquarium is definitely worth going to. It's beautiful. It's cheap. It was only $20. But on the way, there was this little pit stop where you can buy the ticket there, and it's 16 instead. But after that, I would say Okinawa World, either do it the same day or the next day. Because Okinawa World is super cool. You get all the Okinawa culture, and it was just really interesting. Especially to see the taiko that they did. That was dope.
What is taiko?
Like the Japanese drumming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and here they did it with lots of flips and stuff. So they had the one taiko drum, but it was so heavy that they would, when they turn it around, it would turn around their body too. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah. And then they had the shisa come out and like talk and it was super cute. Definitely great for kids. But I think you could skip American Village. But they did have like good ice cream spots. But Blue Seal is everywhere.
Oh, yeah, we have that too.
Okinawa's brand ice cream is literally everywhere. Think of how many vending machines there are. No, there's more ice cream shops.
Really?
Yes. It was insane.
I love Blue Seal.
It's so good.
It is. They actually have a San Francisco flavor.
And I
You notice
ate
that?
it, yeah. Mint chip.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
Oh,
you.
that
You
sounds
believe me? I had that. I was like, oh, it's gonna taste like home. And I'm like, San Francisco's not famous for mint chip.
You tell me when you licked it, you didn't feel like you were in San Francisco?
I sure didn't. I felt like I was eating delicious ice cream. That was a
There you
fraud.
go. I heard of a lot of like the American shops in Okinawa have like a little tip jar. Is that true?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just so blind to it because tipping's not a thing here.
You're
Right.
like, maybe this is just for decoration.
What is tipa? I don't know.
I highly doubt people would actually know how to tip. 'Cause
Right.
They don't do that in Japan.
Exactly. Silly.
I hear like in like those American places where like a lot of the shops are run by American people near the bases, they'll have like a little tip jar. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard stories.
I don't think I went to any American places. I'm in Okinawa. I'm there to be Okinawa-ing it up.
There you go.
What I would say is I would wait maybe like a year or two because in 2024 in 2018 one of their like biggest castles caught fire from lightning and that was completely destroyed. But in 2024 it's supposed to be like new again. So I'd say wait for that because it looked really pretty, but when I went it doesn't exist.
Oh.
Yeah. Shuri Castle, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was like the main attraction of Okinawa.
Yeah.
prior to it. Yeah.
So I'd say wait for that. But if you can't, Okinawa's a fine place to visit. 4 days is plenty.
What season would you recommend though to go there?
Not summer.
Maybe the end of spring?
Maybe the end of spring. Maybe even fall. Go someplace when you think it's going to be cool because it's definitely going to be hot. But yeah, no, it was great. We finished our trip. I said goodbye to my friends. I took the plane back. I had a 12-hour layover that was cut short because I waited an hour and a half for my plane to start because a tsunami was coming. Not a tsunami, but like a storm.
Oh.
Yeah. So we got out of there right on time. And then, in Chitose, you cannot fall asleep at the terminals, is what I found out when the security guard woke me and was like, you can't sleep here.
Even though
What do
you're
they
waiting?
expect you to do?
Well, he woke me, he escorted me out, and then he pointed me to what I'm going to say is like a ryokan.
Oh my god. Like an inn?
Yeah. So it's on the 5th floor. I think it's still in the airport area, but it's on the 5th
Yeah.
floor. I go in, and I'm dead ass tired. So I go in, I'm like, okay, room please. It's $30. I was
Oh,
expecting to
man.
sleep on a bench for free.
You should have said bench wa doko desu ka?
Right? No, that's okay. I'll sleep right out in front of your store. So I pay the $30. She's like, oh, you can put on those fancy clothes. I'm like, no, I'm good. Those clothes won't fit me. I'm giant. So I go, I dump my stuff off in the locker. They have it's this area where there's just like hundreds of like recliners, love seats or whatever. And these are the single beds that people are sleeping in. So I grab my recliner and I go to sleep. I wake up. I hop in their onsen, which was nice. And then plane and back. So I dropped off my car at the airport. Please tell me how much you think it cost me to leave it there for 6 days.
I would say $200.
Christian?
Yeah, I'd say a couple hundred, 200-300. How much was it?
It cost me $30.
Oh my, what, really?
Wow.
That's so cheap.
That's
So $5 every day.
I was so happy because now I'm broke. But yeah, that was my Okinawa trip. It was fun. It was hot. I think the best part was just hanging out with my friends. Yeah.
You said you left from a little baby airport. Was your car the only one there when you got it?
No, they had a few more, but it was not full.
That's awesome.
You guys thinking about going to Okinawa
One day, yeah.
one day?
Yeah, that'd be really cool to go.
It's not a bad place.
All right, Clayton, do you want to wrap things up for us?
I sure do. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to, you can find us or follow us at Hello Nihon Pod, also wherever you find podcasts. I would love to give a shout out to Harvest Rose. She is our first review, and it was so sweet, the review she left us. Anyway, thank you, Harvest Rose. And if you guys would like a shout out, please feel free to rate us. 5 stars would be great. 5 stars is even better. But until next time,
Bye.